Welcome back to Location Lifestyle Living. We're at the historic Maitland Jail with Zoe Whiting to hear more about this phenomenal attraction. So Zoe, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about this place. What's the history of it?
So the jail opened in 1848 and it operated for 150 years. So it is actually Australia's longest continually operating prison.
Wow.
Yeah, so we closed in 1998, so 20 years ago this year. Yep.
So why did it become an attraction?
Basically, Maitland City Council had the foresight to see when the jail announced that it was closing, that there could be a tourist opportunity here.
Okay, so there's a few tours you do. One of them's ghost hunting.
Yes.
What are some of the others?
So you can do an introductory history tour to the site.
That's sounding much safer.
Yeah, it is. Escapes, you can hear all about escapes on either a daytime tour or a torchlight tour. And Crimes of Passion, which is one of our most...
Okay, I'm getting freaked out.
Yeah. It's a popular tour, but it's an adults-only tour, let's put it that way.
Okay, very well said.
Yeah.
I like it. So why do you think this is actually so popular? Like, people flock to these tours.
Yeah, I think dark tourism is growing. People have a fascination with what's hidden from them, and we don't tend to think about prisons.
And what we don't see.
Yes,
and what we don't know about.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So because this is hidden away for 150 years, people go, what's going on behind there? Yeah.
I want to peek in.
Yes, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Zoe.
That's okay.
I'm actually keen to have a bit of a look around. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I'm game if you are. Let's go.
Let's go.
And I'm looking towards the sky. I'm gonna make a change.
Wow. Check this out.
I wish that I could know it. All in the name of liberty.
Home to one of Australia's largest ports, Newcastle Harbour is the hub of the greater Newcastle area. Enjoy waterfront views of one of the many harbourside restaurants and cafes, or take in the scenic views of the city on a cruise around the foreshore. You can also catch a ferry across the harbour to the beachside suburb of Stockton. Joining me now is much-loved NBN News presenter Paul Lobb. Lobby, great to have you on Location Lifestyle Living. How do you end up on the news?
Oh, welcome aboard Champagne on Ice. It's nice to have you on the boat. I was just one of those lucky kids who knew what they wanted to do from school. And at Newcastle High School, where I went, I used to convince the teachers to let me do the announcements on the PA system.
Oh, nice.
And that was kind of my first broadcasting. But I always just loved that side of things. And so wound up doing work experience at a radio station, did a bit of radio at Newcastle Uni, and then got my first job at 2KO doing the news there. And after a few years doing that and a bit of a stint down in the snow as a snow reporter,
Wow.
I wound up getting a job with NBN and loved it ever since.
And we see you every day. You're a much trusted face. We feel like we know you, but who is Paul Lobb? What do you like to do with your day?
Well, the Paul Lobb outside of the news business is a guy who likes to pretty much chill out on the water and be on the boat, really love being in the great outdoors.
Well, spending so much time, on your boat in the Newcastle Harbour, what are some of the things you love to do around the harbour itself?
Well, I actually think that the view of Newcastle from the harbour is the prettiest.
Yeah, it's amazing,
It's
isn't
the
it?
best angle, and not everyone gets to see it. And then you go up past the brewery and the Customs House and up to Nobby's, and there's a couple of great little sandy beaches up there. And even though you're in the busiest coal export port in the world, you can anchor off a little white sandy beach and feel like you're in the Whitsundays.
What got you into sailing in the first place?
We were a sailing family and a boating family.
Yep.
And my dad always had boats, and so my first introduction to sailing was I was about 3 months old, and Mum and Dad put me in a washing basket.
Oh, yeah.
And put me in the little family sailing boat.
Wow.
And we sailed out on Lake Macquarie. And I've been boating ever since. And Dad was a great outdoorsman. We were so lucky to have such an upbringing like that. Spending weekends in the great outdoors.
Well, Lobby, I've never actually seen Newcastle from the harbour such as this, so we're going to go out and have a look and show you guys exactly what Lobby sees almost on a daily basis.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost
So what's this statue, Lobby? Looks pretty interesting.
It is. This is a sculpture by Julie Squires, a Newcastle artist, and she was commissioned to mark the 200th anniversary of the Port of Newcastle, and she built this lady. It's called Destiny. It's made out of bronze, and she's welcoming all the seafarers as they come into Newcastle. She's standing on the globe of the world. She's got her arm outstretched to welcome the sailors, and she's got those big fronds or wings, and there's 7 of those to represent the 7 seas. So it's a really symbolic welcome to Newcastle.
Yeah, I guess that's something that could be iconic with the harbour.
Yeah. Never get anywhere, I don't care, it's just not fair, cause you know that I know better. So you never get anywhere, they don't care, it's just not fair, cause you know that I know better.
Well done, Lobby.
From the glory days. Oh, that's
Who
awesome.
knew?